What if your local business was placed directly in front of a potential customer the moment that customer was interested in your services? What if they engaged your ad, were immediately converted into a lead, calling or emailing you right then and there? All without you having to lift a finger and only paying when you actually get a measurable result. It used to be impossible with traditional advertising, but now it's not anymore. You see, the truth is that the way we reach our local markets has completely shifted over the past 4 years. Some business owners are growing because of this, but others are failing, most are failing, losing to the competitors that understand internet marketing. Gone are the days where radio and TV and print ads engaged people. You see, it turns out that 82% of all customers will research online before choosing a specialist service provider, such as a doctor, a lawyer, accountant, a roofer, something that's really specialized. And 94% of people that are doing those searches online will select from the first 3 or 4 results on page 1 of Google. Turns out also that 50% of the people who use Google Maps, which is that little map listing that shows up when you Google something, will only call the first 3 businesses on that listing. The rest are pretty much ignored. So if they search for your type of service and your competitor shows up instead of you, you're basically irrelevant. If you don't show up first, you may as well be last. Now the good news is that less than 10% of businesses are actually doing this right, and they're totally dominating their local markets. Myself and my clients are part of that 10%, and now I'm going to help you to do the exact same thing starting right now. This video is not going to try to sell you anything. I'm not here to pump some kind of big course or anything at the end of this video. The idea of just this video is to give you some really great information to get you started now. You see, in this video and in our next video, you're going to learn the most effective techniques for getting new customers into your local business every single month with the least amount of time and effort necessary. Well, my name is Jason Herrera, in case you're wondering, and what I do for a career is I help my business owners, local business owners that come to me from all over the United States, to dominate their local markets via online marketing strategies. No, I am not some web guy or some SEO guy per se. Although I do use techniques that involve websites and SEO, I don't focus on those two things because, you see, I use a mix of online marketing strategies, website structuring, blog posting, social media, and other strategies online that I can't talk about in this video. We don't have enough time to engage and drive new clients through the door for myself and my clients every single month. You see, when I first started out, I actually owned a small local business, and I made all the big common mistakes. I wasted a ton of money on advertising, got ripped off by web guys, got very little results with SEO guys, but then I spent a bunch of time and money learning all about online marketing from the top business strategists in the world. And I figured out a perfect mix of around 7 online marketing strategies. And then I applied them to my local business and almost eliminated the need for all other advertising mediums within a couple of months. I got double the results and spent 80% less money to get them using proper online marketing rather than using the traditional advertising that I had been using. And then after teaching this process that I used myself to a few of my business owner friends, I actually decided to sell my local business and start helping business owners all over the United States full time. So now what I do is help business owners just like you to grow, to get new clients, and to spend a whole lot less money on advertising to do it. You see, it turns out that Americans spend an average of 5 or more hours per day on internet-connected devices. And if they work in an office setting, then that, of course, can be double or triple that number of hours. They do nearly all of their research online and purchase decision-making online. You need to be there during that decision-making process. Otherwise, you're basically missing out on a ton of free, amazing traffic that you could be bringing in every day of the week. You see, you could be getting measurable, calculated, hyper-targeted online marketing leads. You see, the way that the online marketing leads work is that when you hyper-target them, it means that when they're searching for a certain service online, they'll see you. When they're searching for something else online, they will not see you. So you're only going to be paying for the ads or paying for your marketing in the exact moment that somebody's actually interested in what you're selling, rather than putting a TV ad on during American Idol and everybody's sitting there with their family, they're watching American Idol. They don't care about hearing about your accounting firm or your doctor's office or anything else in that moment. That's why it's so ineffective. So you might be wondering, how do you do this for your business? And how do you apply the same things that I applied? Well, there are 4 main elements that I'm going to touch on in this video and in the next video that I'll be sending you in just a couple of days. I'll be covering exactly how my clients and I dominate local markets permanently by mastering our online presence. I'll even debunk some of the fatal myths that cause 9 out of 10 business owners to fail with their websites, to fail with their online marketing, and to fail to be able to move into the future of marketing for their local market. Those elements include, number 1, reaching your potential customers while they're searching and socializing online. Number 2 is appearing as the local expert when they see you in order to build instant trust with them. Number 3 is sending those potential customers that just saw you to a high converting web page. Not some web page that just gives them general information about you, fulfilling your ego, but high converting web pages that get you to call them immediately. And then of course, number 4, making instant contact with them as soon as they see your web page in order for you to make the sale or just to set an appointment with them, depending on what kind of business you have. Today we're going to be talking about elements number 1 and number 2, and we're going to start off with one of my favorite myths, the SEO savior myth. And that is that when people think that Google SEO, which is the organic listings in Google, which is the main search results that show up below the paid advertisements on the first page of Google, is somehow the key to your online marketing results. Though everybody tells you that it's going to take 4 to 12 months to even see any results here. You see, that's really disempowering because you're not going to get results for a long, long time. And what are you going to be doing in the meantime? Also, Google changes its algorithm 500 or more times per year. That's the truth. The Google algorithm, which determines who's going to show up on the top of Google, changes over 500 times a year. So each time it makes a change, we have to change our strategy. How can you possibly keep up with all that? Even your marketing team's going to have trouble keeping up with it. And if you make one little mistake, they wipe you out. They blacklist you on Google, and then you can't get any results at all, and then your whole strategy is shot. So it takes a mix of strategies, and I'm going to get more into that. The other truth is that proper keyword research helps avoid targeting certain keywords and search terms that are not going to really yield any results. What that means is if you're a doctor in Atlanta, Georgia, and your key term is Dr. Atlanta, Georgia, that's a really good one. That's a key term that you're going to get a lot of results from. If you have some key term results such as like, pediatric doctor that also serves teens in Atlanta, Georgia, some long, ridiculous keyword like that, you're going to get no people searching for that key term. And a lot of people make the mistake of having a lot of key terms like that that don't really get them any results. The next truth is that a mix of organic content, which is like blog articles that are relevant to your market, plus pay-per-click marketing, which we'll talk about in a minute, plus social media like Facebook and Twitter, which we'll talk about in a minute, and local Google Places maps, which we'll also talk about in a minute, is the key to getting online marketing results. Having a mix of all those things, a mix of SEO and paid click marketing that shows up on the front page of Google as well, and having you and your business on the map that shows up on that front page of Google as well, and having all that as a strategic mix. And I'm going to go over exactly how to do that, but having that together is really the key. The other truth is that organic listings, which is being number 1, number 2, number 3 on Google, are based more now these days on having relevant content. You used to be able to cheat the system and get just a bunch of backlinks and hire some outsourced SEO team to do some random work for you and you'd get on the top of Google. But that's not true anymore. Google, as it changes its algorithm, is actually becoming much more intelligent, and now it actually knows how to tell if you're really relevant, meaning you're serving the market with your website, you're giving them good, useful, relevant information, or if you're just trying to scam its system. When you get caught scamming the system, guess what? You get blacklisted, you get nowhere. But I'm going to teach you how to use article marketing, social media marketing, and a lot of your backlinks and listing so that Google sees you as absolutely the most relevant player in your local market so that it puts you on the top. The other truth is that using blogs and videos are actually Google's top priority now. So having relevant content like articles and videos and things like that, as you can imagine, Google looks at that and says, man, these guys are putting a lot of effort into their online marketing. They must be the most relevant people, and they'll reward you for it. If you don't do that, then you won't get rewarded for it, and your competition will instead. And I'm going to teach you exactly how to do that. The other truth, and something that's actually really important, is pay-per-click or PPC marketing is actually more immediate and a lot faster than doing SEO type of marketing. And here's the difference between the two. Organic SEO in Google listings is the natural search results that you see in the bulk of the page. Whereas when you have your pay-per-click marketing, that's the advertisements that you see on the side and across the top on a Google page when you search a keyword. Now, the important thing to know about pay-per-click advertising is rather than waiting 4 to 12 months to get results, which is what a lot of the SEO marketing unfortunately takes quite some time to really get a big result, pay-per-click marketing gets you an immediate result, meaning that very same day you can be on the front page of Google right there with your advertisement. I'm going to teach you exactly how I do that I've had huge results for myself and for my clients, and you can get hyper-targeted displays this way. So when you use pay-per-click, you can target the exact keywords that you want your ad to show up with, and you'll only pay when those people who were searching that exact term click on your ads. Now, most people screw this up, and they have very loose definitions of when somebody should see their ad, and so Google will put them in front of totally irrelevant people, and they'll waste a ton of money on pay-per-click ads. They'll get totally burned and then totally burnt out of using this kind of marketing, and they end up losing a ton of opportunity. But I'm going to show you exactly how to fix that. Now, let's go over the more obvious truth here, and that's that nothing is perfect the first time around in any kind of marketing. So what most people don't realize is that if you're not testing different types of web pages and advertisements online and things like that, which you're probably not, and that's totally okay, then the results that you'll get will be minimal. So what I do for my clients and what I do for myself is the next truth, which is split testing for increased results that can be done right away. So I'll test different web pages, landing pages, I'll test different ad copy, different links and things like that to see what's getting the best results, to see when people are Googling, doctors of, New York, to see when they Google that, what they're clicking on more. Is it when I change my headline, does it make them click more? When I change my copy, does it make them click more? If I change the page that they land on, does it make more of them convert from visitors to my page to customers of mine and call me right away? So I actually figure out a way to make sure that I get the most clicks and most conversion from visitor to customers I possibly can. And of course, the last truth about this is that local citations, which is your Google Place Maps, when you see a map on the front page of Google and it gives you A, B, C, D, E, and it shows you all the different locations, whether it's for a pizzeria or for doctors in your area or something, those citations are some of the top lead generators online, and most people spend almost zero time on this type of online marketing. The thing is, when somebody Googles, a dentist in Augusta, Georgia, when they see that map that shows all the locations, and then off to the left of that map you see all the different businesses that are showing up, A, B, C, and D, the top 3 are the ones that people click on, and those top 3 show up before any of the SEO results do. So the SEO results that'll take you 4 to 12 months to get, these map results are showing up before that. The pay-per-click results are showing up before that on the top of Google. And you're able to capitalize on that much faster because almost nobody that I've ever met that's a business owner actually pays attention to this local maps and citations. Almost nobody does. But we're going to teach you exactly how to do that in a little more detail. Like I said before, today I'm going over an overview of what a lot of these strategies are that you need to start thinking about and really looking out for. So what's my second favorite myth? Outside of the SEO savior myth, it's the not so social media myth. And that's the myth that says that social media accounts like Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn are for you to post all this cool stuff about you and when your business was founded and how great you are and what your degrees from medical school are and all this stuff, and for it to post all of your specials, you're having a sale or you're doing some cool event. While social media does give you an opportunity to do those things and it helps you to inflate your ego quite a bit, a lot of business owners only do that, and it totally grossly misuses their social media accounts, and it turns off the people who could be being turned on to being your customers. So what's the first truth when it comes to social media? Social media is about engaging with the market and providing value, creating a sharing atmosphere for them to share your relevant articles, your relevant tips, your relevant information with their friends and family on Facebook, for example. And it gives them an opportunity, after they've experienced your services, after they become a customer, to have a place to leave positive reviews. Positive reviews on Facebook are huge. Positive reviews on Yelp.com are huge. Angie'sList.com are huge. Being able to get people to leave a review on Google, giving you 5 stars, 4.5 stars. People look at that more than they look at almost anything else. If you're a dentist in, Wyoming, and you've got 5 stars for your dental practice on your Google Maps listing for your local citations, and somebody lands there and your competitors don't have any reviews on there because they haven't been doing proper online marketing, everyone's gonna call you. Because why the heck would they call anybody else when nobody's vouching for them? Even if they got a referral from somebody else, but they're looking you up first, if you're one of the only ones on there that's got a really great review, they're probably going to choose you. And vice versa is also true. Even if they were referred to you by a friend of theirs, if they go to look you up first and there's no reviews for you, but one of your competitors has 15 5-star reviews because they paid attention to their social media and marketing and to their local citations marketing, they're probably going to think twice. They'll probably say, well, hey, one person recommended this dentist, but 15 people say this other guy's great, and there's no reviews for this dentist. So maybe my friend just had a good day over there. People start to question themselves like that, and you can have them question themselves for you or against you, and that's totally up to you, depending on whether or not you listen to the material that I'm sharing with you. The other truth is that social media is a science. There is a specific way to win. What I mean by that is, there are actually ways that we put together social media posts at the right time of the day, at the right days of the week, with the right types of relevant, value-added material that your customers or your leads or your potential viewers will actually be interested in reading and sharing with their social network, their friends and family. And that's how you go viral online. Viral meaning people start to see you like wildfire that you weren't even planning on targeting. That's how you get those kinds of results that some of these big companies get, is when you pay attention to the science of social media that I'm actually going to teach you about. Now, outside of social media and outside of social, the stigmas that go along with it, and outside of the SEO world, we have another myth that I'm going to cover today, and it'll be the last thing we cover today, so pay close attention. And then in the next video, we're going to be talking about exactly how to fix and tune up your website so that it converts more visitors to customers. It's called the fancy pants myth. And I'm saying this to make fun of most business owners, including myself when I first started out. And it's for a good reason. Potential customers, the idea of the fancy pants myth is that business owners believe for some reason that potential customers will assume that they're awesome as long as they simply exist. So just you being open and being a pediatrician, a private practice pediatrician, just you being open and having a website, when people see you, they're just going to assume you're great because you went to medical school and you've got great credentials and your website looks pretty. Well, guess what? So do most of your other competitors. They went to medical school too. Their website probably looks pretty too. They probably have good references too. So that's not all it takes. It takes much more than that. When somebody's searching for a pediatrician, a dentist, a financier, an accountant, whatever it is, it takes more than just existing. You can't let your ego drive you towards ignorance. So here's the truth. Most websites most online ads, even traditional advertisements, do not focus on creating an expert positioning. What an expert positioning is your positioning your image as being the leading expert in the community on your specialist topic. So if you're a dentist, putting yourself out there as the expert in dental practitioner in that entire city. Now, how do you do that? I'm going to go over the exact ways that I do that for my clients and how you can do it for yourself. But it starts with putting out content that actually helps people in whatever ways that they either get nervous about purchasing your service, settling something that's on their mind in the moment, like giving them an article about the top 5 ways of defeating your fears of going to the dentist, or 7 ways that accountants are ripping off most of their clients and how we help you to avoid that. Or if you're a pediatrician, the top 3 dangers of choosing the wrong pediatrician and what it could mean to your child's health. Things that will honestly serve people, but also demonstrate that you really know what the heck you're talking about. And I'm going to show you how to do all that. First, because we don't have a lot of time in this video, the second truth about the fancy pants myth is that review sites like Yelp.com, Google Reviews, they're critical to your reputation. Reputation management is an ongoing necessity that if you don't manage it, you literally can go out of business just because of this error. So here's what I mean by that. Let's say that, I go to, and I use dentists a lot just because everybody has to go to the dentist, so you can probably relate to what I'm about to say. Let's say that I go to a dentist and that dental hygienist was just having a bad day. Her husband made her real mad in the morning, and she had 3 cups of coffee too many, so she was a little jittery, and she jabbed me with her little teeth pokey thing like 7 times. And I was just really infuriated because I felt like she wasn't handling herself in the way that made me the most comfortable. And I go online and I leave a negative review. That one negative review, if you don't have any positive reviews, or if you only have a couple to buffer that, could mean all the difference when the next 78 people go to Google dentist in Augusta, Georgia, and they land on that, and they see that negative review. They're going to be afraid of getting jabbed like that. They're not going to go to you. They'll go to the next person. Why take the chance of getting their face stabbed up? So if you weren't paying attention to what your reviews were like, so you can respond positively to them, or so you can ask a bunch of your top customers to leave reviews to buffer that bad review, to bring up the average from 3 stars up to 4.5 stars or something. If you're not paying attention to that, or if you don't have somebody paying attention to that for you, it could literally collapse your business. 3 or 4 bad reviews have put people out of business these days. That's how absolutely critical it is. Now, with that in mind, the next truth: instant trust with potential customers is created when you have a congruent strategy that links online ads, the landing page that the ad brings them to, the offer that's on that landing page, and your blog articles that are on those landing pages all together. That congruency tells the person's brain that you're okay, that you're trustworthy. Here's what I mean by that. We use a lot of the same language in our ads as we do on the landing page. Duh. Then we use a lot of that same language in the offer that we offer them on the landing page, some kind of bribe to get them to call us. And then we use a lot of that same language in the blog articles that are also on our website that people can bounce around to and take a look at. Now, when we do that, it really shows that we're the expert, but also the congruency of it all makes their brain feel really secure. Now, a lot of these myths that I'm going through, I know I'm running through a lot of stuff, and I know I get a little crazy, I go into all kinds of details, but I'm just trying to give you an overview because we're going to get into much more detail over the next 7 days as you get some more information from me. As you get the next video, for example, we're going to get into some details that are going to teach you how do we apply pay-per-click and SEO marketing and local citations, along with fixing our websites so that when people land there, they call us immediately rather than waiting or bouncing and then checking out some of our other competitors' websites. So you may be wondering exactly how to set up your website, for example, and your landing pages so that visitors will see you as the local expert, and then how to convert those visitors into new leads. Well, I'm going to be sending you an email with a video number 2, this is video number 1, within the next 2 days. So really look out for it because it will quickly describe exactly how to structure your website and the offer that you put on your website so that visitors will be pre-sold and excited to call you. They'll already be interested leads. Also, in that email, in that video, I'm going to include a little surprise. It's going to be a tool that will actually make all of this online marketing stuff really fast and painless and massively effective. So you won't want to waste any of the time and money and energy and frustration that I did. You won't want or have to do any of that. You see, because it's going to be basically handed to you. All that experience from me is going to be handed to you. And again, I don't expect anything from you, so don't think I'm going to sell you anything at the end of this video. Okay, at the end of this video, we're going to part ways and I'm going to ask you to ask me some questions and I'm going to answer them personally. So there's also going to be a bonus announced in that email that I'm going to send you in 2 days from now. So make sure that you watch the entire video when you get it, because it involves my personal marketing team analyzing your competition, analyzing your website and your online marketing, and then meeting with you for a private momentum session to help you get your online marketing started. And that, again, is completely free. So make sure you watch that, because we're going to give this to only a select few people, because it kind of takes a long time to have those private momentum sessions. Now, that $500 value, again, is going to be completely free for you. There's going to be no charge and obviously no obligation to work with us, okay? So look out for it. In the meantime, though, okay, I know that we got a lot of information covered today and that I overviewed a lot of it, because there's no way for me to deep dive into a lot of that stuff all in, 15 minutes. So I need your help with something right now. If you could change, I need to ask you a question. I need you to answer this question. This is where you helping me comes out. I gave you a lot of information. This is all I ask from you, is if you could change one thing about your marketing today, what would it be? And I want you to describe your main struggle with marketing. Doesn't have to be online marketing, but preferably in your online marketing. I want you to describe it in the comment section below. I want you to describe it in detail. And if the answer is, I just don't have any online marketing, then put that, because me knowing that is going to help me to tailor make the next couple of emails to really make sure that I serve you the best as I can. I'm going to personally answer the comments in the comment section below so that you can see each other's Q&A, and so that we can really make sure that everybody gets the benefit from everybody else's questions. So spend the next 30 seconds, type out a question. It could make all the difference to you and to other business owners that are watching this. And also, if you liked today's information, share this video by clicking the share button with your friends. And they might be struggling with online marketing too. So click the share button and it'll instantly share it to some of your friends, and it's really going to help them out, okay? So I hope you enjoyed today. I know I always enjoy serving local business owners. So ask me some questions, let me serve you and answer them personally. And in the meantime, if you have anything in the world that you've been meaning to get to when it comes to your marketing, I want you to really take a second after this video, really dwell on that and think about that for a second, and then share it with me. I look forward to the next video and to serving you guys. And in the meantime, you just have a great day and good luck in your business today.